from RTL here. Welcome to Pick and Mix. That's what it says. We mix it up every Thursday. And this week we are going to take a trip down memory lane, which means we're going to look at the UK charts on this day. And the year we're going to look at this week is 1981. Now I know exactly where I was on the 20th of February 1981. I was at Manfield Orthopaedic Hospital in Northampton, and it was my second of 12 weeks that I spent on the children's ward. So a lot of these songs I remember so much because we had radio on quite a lot in them days, and there's a lot of memories here. I mean, we've talked about it before, you know. First record I heard on the radio in hospital was Kim Wilde's Kids in America. So it was a Friday, and although we was in hospital, we were still at school. Yeah, we didn't do too much. We used to muck about, and no, we were rambling. But the teacher was actually my games teacher at my proper school, so I didn't have to. All it was done, they would just give me the work, and I'd just do it. Yeah, excellent. Anyway, that's digressing. It wasn't a leap year. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. And you are from the millennial generation. Your star sign is Pisces. And the Chinese zodiac year was Rooster. Our Prime Minister back in 1981 was Margaret Thatcher. So I went and had a look at some birthdays. Two heavenly birthdays. Our first one is for American actor, born in 1927, Sidney Poitier. His claim to fame is the first black actor to win Oscar for Lilies in the Field. He directed the film Stir Crazy, and he was born in Miami and sadly passed away in 2022. Celebrating a birthday today, born in 1951, is former Prime Minister of the UK, Mr. Gordon Brown. He was born in Giffnock in Scotland, and he was Prime Minister from 2007 to 2010. And at the big heavenly birthday today, born in 1967, it's a happy heavenly birthday to Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. He sadly took his own life in 1994. So, history. So then it was a coronation day in 1547. It was the coronation of King Edward IV, the young prince, the young king, following the death of his father, Henry VIII. 1959. This young boy became to be a legend, and this is Jimi Hendrix, and he's just about to play his first gig at the Temple de Hirsch Synagogue basement in Seattle. But he was fired from the band after one set due to his wild playing. Well, I bet they would regret that now. The man was a genius. Okay, 2021. Now the name Jasmine Harrison doesn't mean anything to anybody, but she does hold a bit of a challenge. In that year, at the age of 21, she becomes the youngest woman to row across an ocean, arriving in Antigua on the Atlantic Challenge after 70 days, 3 hours and 48 minutes at sea. That's some feat, isn't it? Anyway, we're not here for birthdays and events. We're going to look at the top 10 songs that were in the charts in 1981 on this date. So at number 10, up 7 places, Slade and the brilliant We'll Bring the House Down. Whoa, 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 and all that sort of thing. Highest to get in the chart, and this was the very first top 10 since 1975, which was Thanks for the Memory. Love this. Yes, it was brought for me on single while I was in hospital. I didn't play it till March, but yeah, it was always on the radio. Absolutely brilliant song. Okay, at number 9, up 5 places, we had the Stray Tracks. Cats, Rock This Town, top 10 hit all over Europe. Part of that rockabilly revival. This is just classic. I love this. Brian Setzler on the guitar, absolutely wonderful track. At number 8, up 4 places for Dire Straits and Romeo and Juliet. This is where it peaked on the charts. It was their first top 10 hit since Sultans and Swing, that also got to number 8. I like this song. I think Mark Knopfler's guitar work in it is lovely. It's a real nice song. At number 7, up 3 places for the Nutty Boys and the return of the Los Palmas 7, which was an instrumental. This was the highest it peaked in the charts, and it was their 6th consecutive top 10 hit in the UK. Great song. I know Nick from Nick's Vinyl, but he likes this one, and we all like this one anyway. It's a great track. Some brilliant saxophone by Lee Thompson, of course. At number 6, up 1 place, the oldest swinger in town, Fred Wedlock. Now, who remembers this? This is the highest it got in the chart. Oh dear. Now, it was very well known on the folk store scene. Now, when this came out, I was 13. Thought it was funny, and now I listened to it not so the other week, and I thought, God, this is me now. Dear oh dear, how things have changed. At number 5, down 1 place, Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. His first solo single, top 10 all over Europe. Got to number 2 here. Should have been number 1. And it still, I think, remains probably Phil Collins' greatest single as a solo artist. And of course, it's got that absolute belter drum fill as well. At number 4, up 1 place for Rainbow and I Surrender. A song written by former Argent guitarist but Russ Ballard. And he released it on his album Head East in 1980. Now this would reach number 3 in the charts. It's their actual highest ever position on the UK charts. It got to number 19 in America, and it was the first single release with the Jolene Turner on vocals. Now I don't mind this song. It's not my favourite off Difficult to Cure, but it was great to see it doing well in the charts. At number 3, down 2 places, last week's number 1. It also got to number 1 in Canada, number 2 in America, and it was Woman. I don't mind this song. I think out of them 3 singles that he released, well, they were released after his death, I think this is the weaker of them. But it's one of the solid tracks off the album Double Fantasy. At number 2, a non-mover, and it should have been the number 1 song this week. It should have done. And it's Vienna Ultravox. Highest it got in the UK charts. It was number 1 else in Europe, and it was robbed of number 1. It's just, well, it's the best song. I love this. So what was keeping it off number 1? Well, it was up 2 places, and the first of 3 weeks. Joe Dolce in the Shut Up Your Face. Now, Joe Dolce's not even Italian. He is born in Painesville, Ohio. And this is he released another single that actually bombed and got to number 61. Now, I can't stand this. Not just because it kept Ultravox off number 1. I think it's just absolutely crap. What's the matter, you ain't? We all know the words though. It's an absolutely shocking record. So there we go. One of the worst number 1s in the 80s, and it kept off one of the greatest songs of the 80s. Okay, that's all for today but I will be back for live stream tonight. And then tomorrow, what have we got for you tomorrow? Well, we've got a live album ranking of one of the most underrated, but one of the best glam metal bands that was around. And that's Poison. I actually did see them once, and they were damn good. And also tomorrow we've got a new album, and finally they released it after 3 different release dates. The Manic Street Preachers' new album, Critical Thinking. So all have a great day, and I will see you tonight on the live stream. Bye for now.